What is up, Pyromaniacs? Stasis here. We are back in the world of Minecraft, and we are back on Titan MC on the prison server. As you can see in the right-hand side, I am out of money. I'm at $62 left. We had a busy day of selling iron to people. Of course, I've already taken all the iron and processed it, so we have a bunch of blocks. And then I did have to spend a little time grinding tickets, because you can't just get tickets out of thin air, even if you are making money hand over fist. So I do have to give a big shout out to Lacrosse Dude 17. He's the one who came and sold me $130,000 worth of iron. That is a ridiculous amount of iron. Ridiculous. So if you guys remember in last episode, and I unfortunately, I don't remember exactly where we were before we set up the iron to sell, but I know it was about 130, 135, maybe 127,000. So it's right around 120, 130,000. And we kind of had a little debate going on. And the debate was, how much money would we actually make out of all that if it all turned into iron? Now, the slight catch here is I did go and mine a little bit. So it's actually more like 160,000 worth of iron, give or take. So I know a few of you were lore bunnying it up and we're trying to get the actual mathematics behind it all. And this may kind of fuck with your numbers because there's like an extra $30,000 or $40,000 floating around in there. So I'm real sorry about that. I'm real sorry about that. But anyways, it's C3. Yes. All right, so we have to sell a ridiculous amount of this stuff. Just an absolutely mind-boggling, ridiculous amount of stuff. Okay, so we are at $62 right now. $62. I think we are going to be setting our own little personal record here for the most amount of money earned in a single transaction, at least for the moment. I have a feeling this will change over time, but all right, here we go, folks. 120 seconds. Here we go. Boom. All right, we're down. Getting over to the sign. We're just going to watch that stuff go. We got 114 seconds left, and it is just dropping. 1,008 a pop. Jeez. I'm going to be really mad if it turns out my math was wrong and we end up losing money. I literally I'll just rage quit. I'll just be like, you know what? I'm done. So hopefully we end up with a lot. I'm going to be sorely disappointed. I think we're going to end up about 260,000 though. That's my guess. I haven't counted up all of you guys' guesstimates and your suggestions, but the person who is close enough, or the closest, will get my mastermind gear set for the day. Okay, there we go. We're done. All right, so we're going to go ahead and go home, sell, and 220,000. 220,000. So we basically made $100,000 in that little cycle. $100,000. That's a lot. That's $100,000 profit. So out of $120,000, we made $100,000 profit. So that leaves only 20,000. So that's almost an 80% profit margin. An 80% profit margin. That's pretty ridiculous. Now, unfortunately, like I said, an extra 20,000 out of that came out of me mining redstone and such to get the 500 tickets that I needed. But either way, that's still pretty ballin'. So we kind of have an option here because at the moment, well, you know what? I was going to go rank up, but I don't think I'm going to do that yet. And here's why. If I go rank up, it's going to cost me 140 grand. That's going to knock me down to, what, 80? Then I'll only have $80,000. With $80,000, that's not going to buy much iron. But if I reinvest this $221,000 into more iron, then we're going to make even more profit. We can just keep flipping this over and over and over again. So right now you're going to notice I'm level 19. Level 19 is not quite high enough to combine our two picks. I think these are them. Yes. These are the two picks we need to combine. We need these to get to, I think it's level 23, right? Yeah. So to make the Fortune 3 Efficiency 4, we got to hit level 23. So I'm going to go ahead and go do that real fast. We're going to go mine up. We're going to make a little cash. And I'm going to start doing some announcements to basically let everybody know that we're now selling $221,000 worth a shizzle. And we're going to see where we go from there. So stick with me, folks. Stick with me. We've also made and spent a lot of money. Some people have been coming to the house and stocking up. Somebody to point out, you'll notice the prices have changed up here. This is kind of interesting. Somebody pointed out, let me show you guys this real quick. I'm buying iron ore now for 55. I was buying it for 70. Well, somebody pointed out that over here, you can buy it for 48. So that means technically when I was paying it for 70, people were making almost double profit if they're willing to sit here and hold it down forever, which takes forever. It's a long, slow, boring process. But if you're willing to do it, you can make a ton. You can then smelt it down and you can make 112, you can make a 56 here, which is a slight profit. Or if you take it to the C3 commissary, you can make 108, I believe it is. So there is a slight money farm there. If you're patient and willing to do it, then, that's one of your options. It's going to be very slow, and there's far more productive ways to go about it, but hey, to each his own. All right, so we have our pick here. This is the first combination that we're going to be doing. You can see we've got efficiency 4, fortune 2, and then we've got a fortune 2, which turns into an efficiency 4, fortune 3. It's going to cost us 23 levels. We have 31. Pull that thing out. Bam. And now we've got it. So we're at efficiency 4, fortune 3. Now, if we want to combine these two, which we're not going to do quite yet, it says too expensive. That's not good. I'm not sure if that means I can't do it yet because I don't have the XP for it, or if this pick is too good to be done at all, period. If that's the case, then I'm in trouble. So we'll have to do a little bit more research on that. I'm really hoping it's just because I don't have the levels, because otherwise I'm probably going to have to turn these into a book maybe and then try to do it that way. I'm not sure. Or I may have to just start transferring them over to the pick at a sooner level. And if that turns out to be the case, I'm going to be rather mad. On a scale of 1 to 10, it's going to be about a 13, as I've spent the last 2 days doing this shit. It's not going to be good. Yeah. But we are making some progress. We did make a ridiculous amount of money today. Almost 100,000 in profit. I know today's video is a little bit short, but I did want to show you guys us combining those two things and the results of our little payout there. I'm going to be just grinding up over the next day or so while selling some iron and trying to find a slightly better sell in the forward portion of the area so that we can make a little bit more cash with a little bit more through traffic and see if we can't go ahead and get out of D and into C by the end of the week. So anyways, I do hope you guys are liking this series. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys would like to see. I'll give you guys an update on where Arthenon and Sirish are in the next video. I think both of them, as of right now, are still both in D3. So all of us are in D3 as of right now. But this is still technically the first 24 hours of the competition. So I expect a little separation over the next couple of days or so. Anyways, if you guys are liking this series, slap that like button. Make sure you subscribe. And I'll catch you guys in the next clip.